peoples, my peoples, Teofimo Lopez, Jaron Ennis, Devin Haney. Who is gonna fight who? Y'all already know what this is, man. I'm Jay Smith. This is Box Center, your favorite boxers, favorite boxing show. Yo, it's getting real interesting. It's getting real interesting, my peoples. Shout out to the first one in the building. Came through, hit that like button right away. Ooh. El fantasma de Geraldo Leden. What's the deal, my brother? So, it's getting interesting. Bendiciones, hermanito mío. Se está poniendo interesante la cosa. So right now, we have reports that are indicating a fight is being made between Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis. But we also have reports where they're saying that Devin Haney called out for Teofimo. I think he tweeted something that he's tired of Teofimo's racist stuff and His Excellency Turkey allow Sheik make it happen. So I don't really know what fight is going to happen. You know, I'm hearing Teofimo versus Devin Haney. I'm hearing Teofimo versus Jaron Ennis. Either one of those fights is crazy. Unlaced. Salute, my brother. Appreciate you dropping in, man. And you already know, man, those, if I could pick Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez or Jaron Ennis versus Teofimo, I think I'm going with Boots. I think Boots and Teofimo is a better fight than Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. That's still a good fight. That's still a great fight. Any which way you match them, whether it's Boots with Devin or with Teo, or, Teofimo with Boots or with Devin, any way you match them up, it's a great fight. I'm not sure, because it was very recently that I read somewhere that a fight is being worked out between Teofimo and Boots. I actually read that somewhere. But I think just yesterday I seen somewhere that, Devin Haney telling His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh that he wants to fight Teofimo. And I may have seen a report where they're saying, Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez may actually fight next. Who do you got winning that fight? Or which fight y'all prefer? I'm telling you right now, if I could pick my fight, I got Boots and Teofimo. But if Devin Haney jumps in the mix and he's going to fight Teofimo next, I don't have a problem with that fight. I love that fight too. That's all I'm saying, my peoples. I've been wanting to see Jaron Ennis get the opportunity to step in the ring with a name. That's what he needs to raise his profile. Yo, Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez, those are great names for Boots to fight and show how special he really is. I think Boots will be the favorite versus both of those guys, simply because he's the bigger guy. Naturally, they would be moving up to his weight class and all that good stuff. But still, we already know that Devin Haney's a special fighter, elite level fighter, and the same thing with Teofimo Lopez. So I think both of them are going to give Boots a heck of a fight if it happens. Now, will we get Teofimo versus Boots next? That's a possibility. I'd like to see it. At the welterweight division, listen, that would be a huge win for Boots, obviously. Teofimo under your resume, that would be, a crazy win. But if Teofimo was able to pull that off, that would be a huge win for his resume. Because Boots is a unified champion at the welterweight division. So that would be another division for Teofimo Lopez to conquer. And 2 titles. He would be a unified champion at the welterweight division. So I think, and look, man, for anybody who questions what type of fighter Teofimo Lopez is. He's a throwback type of fighter, man. You see it. He's been all about that smoke. He's been about it. John Parham, salute my brother. Bam. Get up and show us the merch. Oh shit, you already know. The box and the shirts, we already got a few. We already got a few of these in the building, my people. Soon enough, y'all gonna be able to order your own, your shirt, your hat. You know, check it, check it. Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. This your favorite boxing show, my peoples. But again, I don't know who Boots is gonna fight next. But it looks like Teofimo Lopez wants that action with Boots, and Devin Haney wants that action with Teofimo Lopez. We got a little merry-go-round going on over here. We're gonna see how it plays out. We gotta see it. I'm excited about either one of those fights. Baller Cap, what's the deal, man? Bam, unlaced, fuego. Hell yeah, my brother. You know, now let me ask you that question, guys. Would you like to see Teofimo Lopez fight Devin Haney, or should he fight Jaron Ennis next? What fight would you guys prefer to see Teofimo fight next? Teofimo versus Boots, Teofimo versus Devin. I already gave y'all my opinion. Both of those fights are big ones. But I would pick Teofimo versus Boots. I like that fight better. Simply because to me it's more of an action-packed type of fight. You know, we don't know what Devin Haney we're going to get. And I don't want to see the same Devin Haney that we saw in the last fight. I don't want to see that version of Devin fighting Boots. I don't want to see that. You know, because it's going to be one of those fights where you see the crowd booing and everything. Boo, boo. You know, people don't want that type of action. John Parham, no running, straight boxing. What I'm talking about. I think that Jaron Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez is a heck of a fight. They both got the type of style to make it, you know, a very entertaining showdown. You know, Boots, he can box. He like to mix it up. And the same goes for Teofimo. He could fight you in a football field or in a phone booth. So that's why I would prefer to see Jaron Ennis versus Teofimo Lopez. But as of right now, no contract is signed. We don't know what fight is going to happen next. But it does appear like Teofimo is going to fight one or the other. He's either going to fight Devin Haney or Jaron Ennis. So there it goes. That's a fight, you know, that no matter which direction it goes in, we'll be happy about it. For sure. Now, I'm still wondering about the whole situation with Floyd Mayweather, my peoples. Nobody's really talking about it. Everybody's really quiet about that whole situation where George Kambosos said that he was offered a fight with Floyd Mayweather. So it's like, So Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Mario Barrios for his title soon. And Floyd Mayweather's playing with the idea of coming back. Could it be possible that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather will look to face each other off one more time? Another mega payday for the both of them? I'm even wondering, you know, how would that even play out? Because you got to remember, you know, if they rematch, it's not going to be like the first time. They're both going to be in their late 40s. They're both going to be close to 50 years old. So if they rematch, you know, how big could that fight actually be? Do you imagine two nearly 50-year-old fighters doing over 1 million pay-per-views or something crazy like that? That can actually happen. John Parham, the leaked footage of Pac didn't look good. You're right. You're right, my brother. He didn't look good. But, but, I'll say this in his favor. We got to see how he's going to look after a full training camp. Because we know that he's been inactive for a long time. And obviously, he didn't have a real training camp for that exhibition that he had last. So I think we also got to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, you stepping in a gym and just hitting the bag and moving around is not the same as when you're actually in full training camp mode. John Parent Floyd will cook him in the rematch. Might play out just like the first one. It will make money. I'm wondering, how much money could it actually make? How, could it be as big as the first one or even bigger? I don't know. But it makes me wonder, it just, to me, I'm not someone who believes a lot in coincidences. And to me, it's a funny coincidence that Kambosos saying he was offered a fight with Floyd Mayweather, and now we got Manny Pacquiao coming back. Both of them right around the same time looking for action. It doesn't seem like it's a coincidence to me. It just feels like they're both going to win, they're both going to fight, and then face each other. I think the only way this falls through and it doesn't happen if Manny Pacquiao loses to Barrios. Then Floyd's going to be like, yeah, fuck him, he lost. But if Manny Pacquiao can win a title, I think Floyd will be interested in trying to snatch that from him. That's just my opinion, my peoples. John Parham, $200 million. You think so? The rematch makes $200 million? I think it has the potential to obviously make a lot of money because the type of stars that these guys are. I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. But I'm also thinking that it might not make that much because both of them have been retired for a certain amount of time. Both of them are close to 50 years old. So I think this time around fans would know. Like, we're not going to get fireworks. We're not going to get, a brutal knockout. We're not going to get, an exciting showdown. Fans, I think, for this one, if they did a rematch, I think fans would expect that it could be a snooze fest. And I think based off of that, it won't do as good or even close to what the first one did. John Parham probably be an 8-round match, 10 at best. Yeah. I mean, it's not a title fight, so I agree. El Fantasma, Jay Smith, with a title in play. I mean, if Manny Pacquiao beats Mario Barrios, then there's going to be a title in play. So it's a 12-rounder. Well, we got to see how that plays out. Ready, steady, go. Yo, what up? What is your accent, sir? I'm Dominican, my guy. Dominican, grew up in New York City. Gay Rivera, dímelo, mi hermano. What's the deal, my brother? Happy to have you on. So what do you think about Teofimo Lopez? Should he fight Jaron Ennis or Devin Haney? Who do you think he should fight? Kempachi, sup, OG? What's the deal, my brother? Happy to have you on. John Parent, if Pac lose, then won't be a fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If Manny Pacquiao loses to Barrios, Floyd Mayweather is going to have no interest in fighting him whatsoever. Ready, steady, go. Got it. Viva Latinos. You already know it, my brother. John Parham, boots. That's what I'm talking about. I agree with you, John. I would still like to see Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney mix it up, but I think that Teofimo versus Boots is a more intriguing matchup. That's a fight that, could be more action-packed, more explosive. Especially with the style that, Teofimo bring to the table and Boots. Devin Haney, he could turn it into a snooze fest. He could jump on that footwork That movement constant, and before you know it, people booing. William Allen, if Pat lose, he not top 25 no more. I mean, listen, my brother, win, lose, or draw, his place in history is already reserved. So if you're saying top 25 all time, a win or a lose is not gonna change his all-time status, my brother. I promise you that. Ready, steady, go. Crawford versus Canelo. Crawford is gonna win that fight by unanimous decision. It's gonna be a very competitive one. They're gonna trade leather. They both gonna have their moments. Ultimately, Crawford with the height advantage and the reach advantage and the better footwork, the advantage in speed, those will be enough for Crawford to win the fight. This fight is not gonna boil down to power. You know, a lot of people hold on to, oh, Crawford is moving up, Canelo's too big. This is not going to be about power. This is going to be about skills. El Fantasma. Exactly. If Manny gets a title, you know Floyd will go for it. And that's my point. You know, if he wins a title, because think about this. Manny Pacquiao is already the oldest welterweight champion in history at 40 years old when he beat Keith Thurman. Now, he's going to beat that record by a bunch of years because he's like 46 right now, I think. So now Floyd can actually take that title from him and become the oldest welterweight champion in history, because you know that Floyd is a year older than Pac-Man. So that means that he'll become the oldest welterweight champion in history. So that will be another record for Floyd Mayweather. Gabe Rivera, yeah, I agree. Boots versus Teo. But realistically, I think it won't happen. I want Norman versus Boots. Listen, Brian Norman Jr. versus Jaron Boots Ennis is a fight that I've been calling for. Been wanting to see it. You know, they've been having issues with the negotiations as far as the money. You know, for what I've seen is like Brian Norman Jr. and his pops, they feel like they're worth a certain amount. And then Eddie is not budging. They don't want to pay him that amount. But I think they're close enough to the figure that, you know, they should be able to make it happen. Now, keep in mind that Brian Norman Jr. does have a fight for June. They got a fight coming up. But again, man, Jaron Boots Ennis, you know, there's a lot of guys that we want to see him in the ring with. And I even saw reports that they were saying, you know, that they was already in negotiations for Boots versus Teofimo. But then today I saw another report that says Devin Haney and Teofimo, they trying to make it happen. So now, I don't know who Teofimo's going to fight next. Is he going to fight Boots? Is he going to fight Devin? I don't know right now. Ready, steady, go. Canelo is the best cherry-picking project in modern boxing. No way he's as good as Barrera, Morales, Durant. I mean, look, it's hard to compare fighters from different eras because they have different opponents that they got to face. They have different challenges that they have to face. But I do have to tell you, my brother, Canelo is without a doubt one of the greatest fighters of this era. You know, if you talk about fighters of this era based on accomplishments, based on champions beaten, based on titles won, based on divisions conquered, Canelo's one of those guys, my brother. William Allen, Canelo the greatest Mexican fighter ever. Some people say Julio Cesar Chavez is that guy, but Canelo already surpassed him with accomplishments. Beat more champions than him as well. So that's a very good argument to make as far as Canelo being the number one Mexican fighter of all time. He has the accomplishments to back up that claim. So, can't knock him. Can't knock him. I will say Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford, in my opinion, that's, you know, not just the biggest fight right now in boxing, but it's one of the biggest fights of this era, of this generation. It really is. And we're going to see. We're going to see how it plays out. I think it's very interesting because people feel confident about what they think the outcome is going to be. I got people telling me that Canelo's gonna knock Terrence Crawford out. He's gonna walk him down. He's too big. Crawford is too little. And it's like almost the same exact arguments that were being made when Crawford and Errol Spence were gonna fight. The size difference. And this guy's bigger. This guy's stronger. This guy's gonna just walk him down and beat him up. And we saw what happened. But Crawford put the Swiss, the Apple, and the Dre beats on Errol Spence. Sup, brother? Appreciate you dropping in, man. Ready, steady, go. Can you give moderation? I'll ban William Allen. Come on, man. Why you want to ban somebody for giving a great opinion? Miss you, brother. How you been, twin? Yo, you already know, man. We talking boxing. Doing what we do, my God. Trying to figure out what's going to happen with Teofimo Lopez. Is he going to fight Boots? Is he going to fight Devin? Both of those fights are good for me. Both of those fights. You got a mic yet, bro? I got a mic. Can you hear me good? Let me know if you can hear me good, because I do got a mic connected on right now, and I'm assuming that my audio is clear. I'm assuming. But again, Boots is a special fighter, and we've been waiting to see him fight one of the big dogs, one of the big names, one of the top level guys of this generation. And it looks like he's finally going to get that opportunity. William Allen, Barrera, Morales, Duran couldn't sniff Canelo jockstrap. Those are all, we're talking about all great fighters. When you're talking about a fighter and you compare him to other great fighters, I think it just shows how great all of them are. The sound is perfect and the quality is perfect. Can't wait for the studio. Ooh, my brother, trust me. The studio, we're working on it. And very soon we're going to be in the studio doing the damn thing. El Fantasma. Matado de la risa. But yeah, my peoples. Look, there's a lot of good fights coming up. Boxing is in a great state right now. Chris Fonta, my brother Jay. What's the deal, my brother? Appreciate you dropping in, man. Pacquiao just dropped training footage, and it's fire. Some of the footage that he dropped, he looked a little bit sluggish. Somebody was telling me, yo, that wasn't a good look. But I got to tell you, he's going to be having a full training camp to fight Barrios. You're going to see Pac-Man looking ripped, because he's very disciplined. He always take his camp real serious. So after full training camp, Pacquiao's going to look super sharp. He's going to look real good. I'm pretty confident when it comes to that. William Allen, don't you got a fight coming up? Did you run your 30 miles today? My brother. So I do got a fight coming up. I got an exhibition in July. I'm going to be trading leather. Y'all going to see me throwing punches up in there. Hell yeah, I got my run in this morning, of course, my brother. Tomorrow's run, see, the thing is, when I go fast, when I'm going to run fast, I don't take my phone with me because I'm running fast, so I don't got time to be recording videos. But tomorrow, it's a recovery run, so I'm going to take my phone, do some video, and you'll get to see some of that run. Why you calling my boy Jay Smith Unk? Yo, I'm an old school, my brother. I'm an old school. It's okay. And my peoples. And by the way, Tank Davis and Lamar Roach, that rematch is finally going down. That's a rematch that I believe is very much anticipated. Everybody has their own opinion about it. I've been telling y'all, I feel like Lamar Roach may actually have Tank Davis's number. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. What I've personally been saying is that we have to take into consideration how that first fight played out. They went the distance. They went 12 rounds. At no point in time in that fight did it look like Tank Davis was going to knock Lamar Roach out, or like Lamar Roach was in trouble, or like he was fighting to survive. We never saw that in that fight. How much Roach got to rematch the Duck? I don't know how much he's getting for the rematch, but I know they paying him. They paying him good. And he earned it. Because, look, man, right now, the chip is on Tank Davis's shoulders. Why? Because now a lot of people are wondering, can he beat Lamar Roach? Can Lamar Roach beat his ass? I happen to believe that Lamar Roach can beat Tank. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. But I'm super looking forward to that fight. And, of course, we got Teofimo Lopez versus William Zepeda. That's going to be a good one. Y'all know that William Zepeda is a pressure fighter. Comes forward, throws a lot of punches. And Shakur, he's going to answer that call. Y'all going to see Shakur, I think, similar to what we saw versus Valdez. He's going to let them hands go. Put all type of hands on William Zepeda. If Pacquiao won and beat Barrios, will you consider it the biggest thing ever happened in boxing? Nah, I won't. I won't consider it. And the reason I won't, my brother, is because, let's be real, Mario Barrios is not... Mario Barrios is not a pound-for-pound fighter. He never will be. He's a good fighter, good champion, but he's never going to be considered, either a pound-for-pound or one of the best in boxing. Thank you, my brother. Mario Barrios is a good fighter. That would be a great win for Manny Pacquiao. I'm not diminishing that win. That would be a huge win if at 46 years old he could beat Barrios. The biggest in boxing, no. Bud Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez at 168 with no rehydration clause, that's a bigger win. Chris Fontaine, I told y'all before, Tank got no raid. He can't kill the Roach. Listen, man, it's like I've been saying. To me, after 12 rounds of action, I got out of there feeling like Lamar Roach got Tank Davis's number. That's how I felt. We're going to find out. We're going to see the rematch and see how it plays out. But I know me, I saw Lamar Roach winning that first fight, and I know a lot of you saw him winning that first fight. Even without the knee. Forget about the point deduction that they stole from Lamar Roach. Without that, I still got Tank Davis, Lamar Roach winning that fight. You think Manny will get another fight or two if he beat Barrios? So, I believe if Manny Pacquiao beat Mario Barrios, he'll do one more fight. And that's Floyd Mayweather. Why? Because obviously that's a rematch that he's wanted for a long time. And Floyd, I think he feels confident that he could beat Pacquiao. The opportunity to gain a title and become the oldest welterweight champion at, Floyd is like 47, 48. He might go for it. Might actually go for it. Manny payday is going to be crazy. Listen. If Manny Pacquiao... And I'm telling you, man, I'm making these examples about Manny Pacquiao beating Mario Barrios because I'm not willing to underestimate or overlook Manny Pacquiao. Why? That already happened to me. I already made that mistake. I already told people Keith Thurman was going to beat him up. Keith Thurman was going to dish out a nasty beating. And look what happened. Pac-Man put the Swiss beats on Keith Thurman. If this rematch happens, it's going to be the craziest thing ever. Floyd still got it too. He's healthy and partying hard. No one can balance that ever. Floyd Mayweather can still beat a lot of fighters today. A lot of fighters. He will smoke them. And I think, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, the fact that they're both going to be in their late 40s is going to make it a competitive fight. They're both around the same age. Floyd is only 1 year older than Pac-Man. So I think it will be competitive. Now, how entertaining would it be? I don't know. I don't know. It could turn into a snooze fest. That's all I'm saying. But like I said, man, I'm not somebody who believes too much in coincidences. I think it's a funny coincidence that Manny Pacquiao is coming back to fight Barrios and Floyd Mayweather is toying with the idea of coming back. At the same time, these two guys who already faced each other, and at the same time now they're like about to come back. You gotta see. It looks like they might meet up at some point. Floyd and Manny both legends, but Floyd is the GOAT. No athlete can balance everything like Floyd. So that's a good argument to make. I tell you what, to me, Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, and Manny Pacquiao, those three right there, you could put any one of them at number one. Any one of them, you put them at number one, and I'm good with it. Taputado, what do? We do boxing, my brother. We talking boxing. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Jaron Boost, Ennis, Teofimo Lopez, all of the best boxers in the world. That's what we talking about. By the way, my peoples, Teofimo Lopez versus William Zepeda, I think that's going to be a heck of a fight. I thought it was crazy that they put Hamza Shiraz and Edgar Berlanga to be the main event on that card. It's like, damn, those two guys, neither one of them is even a champion. Neither one of them hold the title. How y'all the main event? I thought that was crazy. Mark Cardona, USA ran out of boxer. Boxing is a joke. Nah, boxing is not a joke, my brother. There's a lot of great boxing going on. A lot of great boxers. Tapu, Jake Paul is better boxer of all time. Okay, Tapu, that's, if that's your opinion, we're gonna have to respect that. Doughboy, Teofimo Lopez is now on Boots level. I don't know, my brother. I don't know. I will tell you right now, Teofimo Lopez is more accomplished than Boots, and he got a better resume than Boots. So you can't just say that Teofimo not on his level. Teofimo has put in some good work. Benjamin Hernández, muy lindo el poloche Box Center. Quiero el mío. No te apures, mi amorcito. Te voy a conseguir el tuyo. Ya hear that, my peoples? My Box Center shirt getting shout outs and all that. We debuting the merch, my peoples. Hell yeah. USA produced the greatest boxers ever. MT Brother Martin. I mean, listen, boxing is a worldwide sport. If we look right now at boxing, there's a bunch of champions from all over the world. From Asia, from Europe, from Africa, South America, North America. Like boxing is a worldwide sport. That's it. Boxing is not really ran by no one country or by no one race. That's it. It's a global sport. Chris Fonta, nah. Teo versus Boost is crazy. I love that fight. I want to see it. I really want to see that fight, my brother. I think Teofimo Lopez versus Jaron Boost Ennis is one of those where we're going to have people rooting either way. People feel like both of those guys can win, and we just have to see the fight. We just have to see it because it's an entertaining showdown. The style that Boots and Teo bring to the table, that will mix up perfectly. Hey, I didn't see the logo. The logo, I swear that's fire. Hey, yo, you know it, my G. You know it, but in case you miss me, in case you miss the logo when I'm showing up, you definitely gonna catch the logo when I'm leaving. Like, yo, I'ma see y'all later. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Doughboy, facts. But when you look at the size and reach, Boots have all. Teofimo is too small than Boots. But Teo lost to Cambosa Jr. and people give him a chance against Boots. Nah, my brother, you can't bring up who you lost against. That really doesn't mean anything, my brother. You losing against this guy has nothing to do with what's gonna happen when you and this guy fight each other. Chris Fontaine, Boots is naturally a dog. Yeah, Boots is a dog. Chris Fontaine, that's facts. But Boots don't fight off his reach. He always trying to get inside. You see that? And damn, you said it before me. That's what I was about to say earlier. Boots has the reach advantage on Teofimo Lopez, but he's the type of fighter that he want to fight on the inside. Boots like to bang. He want to fight you inside of a phone booth. So that reach is not really going to mean a lot because he's going to stand there and trade with him. That's fire, bro. What size and how many colors, my family? So right now, I only have medium. That's all I have right now. But I'm not shipping them out yet. I'm gonna let you guys know when they're available. But soon enough, you'll be able to order the shirt, the hats. I already got shirts, you know, green, yellow, black, white, and I'm not sure what other color, but I got multiple colors. Doughboy. Facts. Boots don't use it. I'm telling you, Boots is not a guy that uses his height, his reach, or is trying to dance around you. He don't want to fight you in a football field. He want to fight you inside of a phone booth. And Teofimo Lopez the same. You know, these are guys that they can box you, but they prefer to fight you. They want to fight. Doughboy. But Teofimo has good footwork. I mean, Teofimo has good footwork, but he likes to bang. He likes to bang. He likes to get in that phone booth and trade leather. Chris Fontaine also to fight off the counter. If Boots get inside and don't make the right decision, he gonna pay. This is gonna be a great fight if it happens. Man, I'm telling you, I'm super excited for that fight. And it's not even, you know, they haven't signed contracts or anything like that. But I'm just hoping, man. Teofimo and Boots, I'm just hoping they make that fight happen. I'll be getting one soon, definitely. Hope it works out for you, my brother Jay Smith. I appreciate it, my guy. Hell yeah. Doughboy, Boots got that power, though, yeah. Yeah, Boots got that power. He got special power. But Teofimo got power, too, my brother. Don't sleep on Teofimo. He got power in both hands. I'm telling you, man. Jaron Boots versus Teofimo Lopez. I think that fight is very, very, very competitive. And it's hard to say who wins it. Right now, I don't even want to make a prediction. I don't even want to. That's a fight that we just got to see it to see how it plays out. That's all I'm going to say. My peoples, I'm about to get the hell out of here. I'm about to go have dinner. I haven't ate yet. Before I do, I want to give a shout out to everybody who came through. I see a couple of you subscribed today, so salute to the new subscribers to Box Center. Check out the new videos. I actually posted some new videos today and yesterday, some new shorts. Shout out to Chris Fontaine, Doughboy. Shout out to John Parham and everybody else who came through, man. I really appreciate you guys always showing love. And y'all already know what it is, man. I'm Jay Smith. This is Box Center. This is your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking boxing. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow, my peoples. One love. Salute. Bam. Peace to everybody, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.